Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mazatrol Tips and Tricks. If this is your first time here, my name is Phil, and I teach people how to set up and run a Mazak CNC lathe while programming it with Mazatrol. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to calibrate the tool probe on this machine. There is a specific sequence you need to follow, or you just end up chasing your tail, so be sure to watch the whole video from start to finish. Alright, let's get started. Alright guys, in order to calibrate the tool probe, these are the parameters that we're going to adjust. M39 is from the home position down to the top of the tool eye. So this is the OD turning tools. M33 is the distance from wherever the M39 position is down to the ID button. So the way you have to calibrate the tools is you have to set M39 first and calibrate OD turning tools first, and then come back and calibrate the ID turning tools, because it's a relationship from where the OD turning button is. If you calibrate the ID first and then go to the OD, the ID will be off. So you have to do the OD button first. Get that dialed in and then come out to M33 for the ID. M34 is the distance across the tool eye for a back turning tool. 99% of the time I don't use this back button. And then M43 is from the home position to the front. This number is set from the factory, and as long as the tool probe is working, because all of the Z measurements are coming off the front, then this value really doesn't matter what it is, because all of the tools are going to be probed to the front, and then you probe the length of your stock when you do your geometry work shift. So the ones that we're really concerned about is dialing in the OD turning tool on X, and then dialing the ID turning tool on X as well for the boring bugs. Go to parameters, hit page button twice, and then M39 is the distance from the home position to the tool eye. The home position will usually be up here. The way they drew it was just a simplified space. But anyway, it's to the OD. The easiest way for me to set the tool probe is for me to manually set the tool on a piece of stock and then get a geometry number, and then use the tool probe and adjust the tool probe parameters until the geometry matches what I manually set. I don't know if that makes sense, but we're going to go through it. So right now I have tool 2 called up. So I'm going to bring tool 2 over, and we're going to take a skim cut on this part. All right, we just skimmed the part, so now we're going to measure it. And then my measurement is 2 inches, 425. So right now the machine is at 2 inches, 429.9. So right now it's 5 thousandths off of what I just probed. So let's dial in the tool probe. So what we're going to do is come over here to tool set, arrow down, push the teach button, 2.425 input. And what that did is that gives us geometry minus 10 inches, 980 with 2 trailing zeros that are not shown on the screen. So what we want to do is write that down, 10.980. And now we want to probe this tool and adjust the tool probe parameters until this same number keeps popping up. So what we need to do is move it away from the tool eye, turn on the tool probe, push tool set measure, push the down arrow, and now push the down arrow for the axis. And we're going to hear a beep, and back it off. And the number changed to 10 inches, 9827. So let's back it off. So turn off this button, turn off this button. So using the calculator, well, I don't need a calculator. We're 2,007 too large. So what we need to do is go over here to the parameter page, come down to M39, and then we're going to minus 51740 minus I forgot. 2,007 tenths. So minus 27 off of that number, which is 51,713. So 51,713. Now we're going, and this number is immediately, it will change and we can reprobe the tool. So now let's go down and go to the tool set. Move the tool back into position. Push tool set measure. Now push the down arrow and then the down arrow on X. 10.9793. So we're 7/10 too far. So let's see if it'll repeat. $10.978. Oh, I made a mistake. I needed to cut that number in half. So now it's compensating too much. It was a radius value and I put in as a diameter value. So I only needed to go half of that distance. So turn this back off. Go back to parameter. So 51713 plus 13 is 51726. So this is a radius value, not a diameter value. The geometry is coming up diameter, but this is the radius value. So let's go back. I don't calibrate the probe very often, so I'm kind of relearning it as I'm demonstrating it. So tool set, tool measure. And now we're 2/10 off. So I'll take that. So turn off that, move X out of the way. Turn off the measure unit. Now we're going to clear out any wear that's in the machine, and then we're going to run a test program. So let's get that test program going right now. So program file, and we're going to select work number 20. Program Mazatrol aluminum. Turn on the coolant, bar out. And this is tool 2. And we're going to probe it, or we're going to turn the diameter 2 inches 4/15. And we're going to go an inch long, and then we're going to see what that does. So there's our geometry. So now let's set the work shift. All right, that's close enough. Call it up, auto, work number 20, and we're at 0. And auto, I think we're going to leave the coolant off for now. Let's just run it with the door open and see what happens. So let's go. Bit of smearing on there, but wanted to show you guys what we're doing. So now I'm measuring it, and it's 2 inches 4/16. So right now we're 1/1000th off from the tool probe. So I would have to put in a negative 1/1000th in the wear, and depends on where the tools are at. The tool probe is not going to be dead accurate because it's a 34-year-old machine. There's going to be slop in the ball screws, so you're not going to get it exactly. If we want to, we can move the tool parameters by a little bit, or we can leave it as is. I'm happy with the 1,000, especially on this machine. So next thing we want to do is we want to set a boring bar and calibrate the ID tools. So now let's bring up a boring bar. Measure the bore, and we're sitting at 1 inch 236 5/10. So tool set. So teach 1.2365 input, and now that's where we're at on the position, 1 inch 236.5. And again, I'm using calipers. I'm not using a micrometer or a bore mic, so this is just to show you how to do it. This isn't dead nuts trying to dial it in. So we'll move the tool out of the way. Bring up the tool probe. Push tool set measure, push the up arrow, and before we probe, we need to write this geometry number down, minus 216605. All right, now up. So we're at 216754. Minus 21.6605, and that is 0.0149 divided by 2 is 0.0075. We'll round it up. So now we need to go to parameter M33. We'll push the left button, go to parameter. So M33. So we're going to minus, let's see if I do it right. We're going to minus 7.5 thousandths off of that. And we we get 15,680. All right, let's reprobe the tool. Turn on the probe, go back up. And we went the wrong direction. So we're going to add 150 thousandths to that number. So 15,830. All right, let's see if we did it right this time. Full set, turn on, and then 6605 is exactly what we got. So now the tool probe is exactly what we measured with the calipers. So turn this off, move the tool down and out of the way, and turn off the probe. So 1 inch, 245. So let's make a quickie program. All right, so push the auto again, and let's go. Programmed it at 1 inch 245. Let's see what we got. 1 inch 245 and 5/10. I'd say we're good. And that's how to calibrate the tool probe on a Mazak with a T2 or a T3 control. If you like what you see, go ahead and push that subscribe button and click the bell so you won't miss any future videos we have coming out. Also, if you guys have suggestions for future videos, please let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching.